Power tools use many ball bearings to allow various components to rotate. Over time, a ball bearing will wear and begin to fail. A bearing that is failing will usually give warning, often with a squeaking or squealing sound. Replacing a ball bearing is a repair that you can do yourself, and I'm going to show you how.
Hi, I'm Mark Socha.
Do-it-yourself repairs like these are easier than you might think. From lawn machines to cordless drills, kitchen mixers,
Outdoor grills.
our how-to videos walk you through each repair from start to finish. So doing it yourself means never having to do it alone.
Let's get started.
I'll begin by removing the adjustable handle from the trimmer. To remove the handle, I'll press the button that you normally press when you adjust the handle and insert a metal rod through the hole in the opposite side to push the internal plunger. Now remove the screws that secure the two halves of the housing together. Two of the screws are located underneath the sticker. You'll need to locate those screws, cut through the sticker, and then you can remove them. Also on the top, you'll need to cut through this sticker. Then I can separate the two halves of the housing. Now I can pull the shaft away from the housing, remove the gear, and set it back into the housing. The reason I need to open the tool up to work on the lower end of the shaft is because during reassembly, when I go to align the shaft with the gear, they won't line up without accessing this area. Next, I'll remove the cap and spool. Now I'll remove the anti-rotation screw and loosen the clamp screw. Next, I can pull the shaft away from the housing, and this will give me access to the connection between the flexible cable and the spool housing. I'll put a wrench on the flat spots on the cable and unscrew the cable. With the connection loosened, I can go ahead and remove the cable. Now I can remove the spool housing. I'll use the edger wheel to prop this assembly up so the spool housing is sitting away from the table. Then I'll place a small socket on the end of the spool housing shaft and use a mallet to tap it free. Now I can remove the needle bearing. I'll use a pair of internal pliers to pull the bearing away from the housing. Now I can install a new needle bearing. And I'll reinstall the spool housing. I'll align it with the bearing housing and press it into place. And now I'll reattach the cable to the spool housing shaft. And I'll install the shaft back into the bearing housing. Reinstall the anti-rotation screw. And I'll tighten up the clamp screw. And I'll reinstall the spool and spool cap. Now I'll reinstall the drive cable into the drive gear. And align the shaft with the housing. I need to make sure that I align this tab with the housing so it can slide back and forth. And now I'll reinstall the cover. The plunger has a couple of tabs inside that need to align with the plunger on the opposite side. I'll rotate it around until they engage and I can squeeze the two plungers together. And I'll begin retightening the screws. And I'll finish by reinstalling the adjustable handle. And that's all it takes to install a new needle bearing in your power tool. Be sure to check back often for new videos and expert advice. If you found this video helpful, give us a thumbs up
And leave a comment.